stars and skies, but shadows got a skull now. AI locked and loaded, scan your docs, expose the fraud. Watch the tyrants get demoted. Violations stacked like bodies in the street. Constitutional rights they tried to delete. Upload the evidence, let the algorithm strike. We don't beg for mercy, we punish what ain't right. CPS, Punisher, mount up, skull on the app. Justice won't stop, fight back harder, never gonna drop. Punisher rising, your family's on top. CPS, Punisher, lock and load, break the chains, reclaim the road. AI warrior, truth overload. They fear the skull, cause the Punisher's code. Family court circus, judges playing God, but we got the blueprint. Beat them at their fraud, step by step defense, no more silent screams. Turn their violations into criminal schemes. From Hampton streets to every county line, parents unite, it's payback time. That's Punisher.com, download the fire, turn pain to power, set the system on fire. They thought we were broken, they thought wrong. AI in your corner, vengeance prolonged. No retreat, no surrender, no compromise. The skull don't blink when justice arrives. CPS, Punisher, Punisher. We don't ask, we deliver the thunder. Punisher, Punisher. Family forever, tyrants go under. Punisher rising, the war's just begun. Download now, your fight's already won. The CPS Punisher, justice served cold. Protect what's yours, stand tall, fight on.
So many children taken away, a child per minute gone, they say, with parents left with no answer.
Tiff and the Punisher, they won't back down, screaming out loud in every town. Stand against the system that's gone insane, fighting like lions, don't feel no pain. Abolish CPS, their rally cry. No kids for cash, we won't comply. Make parenting great, let's take a stand. Tiff and the Punisher, hand in hand. Voices heard, don't tread on me. Taking back rights, we will be free. Constitution in our veins, breaking these chains and claiming gains. Abolish CPS, their rally cry. No kids for cash, we won't comply. Make parenting great, let's take a stand. Tiff and the Punisher, hand in hand. CPS.
kids, they gotta go. Fight the good fight, let everybody know. We'll raise our fist and say aloud, no more silence, join the crowd. Abolish CPS, their rally cry. No kids for cash, we won't comply. Make parenting great, let's take a stand. Tiff and the Punisher, hand in hand.
Yeah, the whole thing was weak. The whole damn thing was weak, Tiff.
What are you talking about?
Every bit of that. I'm sorry about the song, everybody. I'm sorry about everything. I mean, everything was everything. So I apologize about that. I don't even know where is there nobody up there chatting? We have 20 people in here watching our show. We got nobody in the chats. That doesn't make any sense. Can you guys give us a chime on? Tell us who's here, please. Thank you.
Yeah, because I don't see anything.
Yeah, me neither. But boy, we got a hell of a lot of news about Child Protective Services, don't we?
Well, we got some good news.
We do. We got all right. There we go. Thank you, Liam. Yeah. Fuck, he says. Well, we're not afraid to say it. So yeah, you're right. Fuck around and find out. Our favorite words here. Thank you.
Well, your state is actually now looking at parental rights. So that's a plus.
Well, what do you mean? They're looking at it. They're looking at what?
You'll have to open the email because it was so little. The only thing I could read was the bigger print.
Right. So you know, Tiff, that's 8 inches at least, right there. Just
well, you're talking to the blind check.
Yeah, you're right. So
it says
this is 8 inches. Yes.
Oh, I can read the big print now because I forwarded it to you, so it made it a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Maine becomes the latest front in the fight for parental rights.
Oh, so is that good or is this bad?
That's good.
Well, you're right, because we've been suppressed up here for so long. They've stomped on our rights as parents up here, and I've been saying this for the longest time. Have I not? Been saying that the snake's head starts right up here in the state of Maine. I don't care what anybody says, that this thing is so dirty and so corrupt up here in Maine that it goes from here down the East Coast, down through these funeral homes, to the Research Triangle, down there in the Carolinas, where, like all of this stuff. I mean, this is, I think with the Epstein files coming out and everything, it's making this what we've all been saying for so long about not being able to, getting into not the dirty stuff with being grotesque, but along with the bad things that have been going on. We've been saying this for a long time, but now people are listening and they're realizing that this is true. This is true. What's going on with CPS? That it is true that this government entity that we have here is stealing our kids. It is true that they are profiting from the kids being taken from perfectly good families. And it is true that we've had enough and we're fucking pissed. That's where we're all at. I think everybody that's here, if you could scream through the walls, I'm sure you would right now, because I'm sure all of you out there that are watching this feel the same damn way. We've had enough.
Mm-hmm. I also was told by a little birdie today that somebody's going around calling themselves a legend.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I got news for everybody. There's only one legend, and it ain't Tiffany Wise either. It is Amen Osiris.
Oh.
He's been doing this for 40 years.
Yeah.
And he has dealt with CPS. He chooses not to deal with them because they're fucking messy. But if anybody's a legend, he's the legend.
Yeah, he is.
You can't be a legend and be on the run running from the police and warrants and criminal charges. You're not a legend. You're a coward.
Yeah, this is the truth. Where is he? I tried to reach out to him earlier. I think he was just online. Does anybody else? Did you guys all know who Amen? How do you say it? Amen? Amen?
Amen Osiris. He calls himself the God of law. And he's smart as hell. Believe me, he's smart as hell.
Anybody that's going to call himself the God of something better damn well sure be able to back it up. And let me tell you something. That guy backs it up times 60. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude is, I mean, he's the pimp. He's the man. You know what I mean? Like look, not only does he save parents a lot of money right, which they shouldn't be spending in this corrupt system, but he also gets, and I'll say this, and I'll say it okay with saying it, that he gets a lot of dads back into the lives of their kids too, and gets them, the dad, the position in the family that they just, Jesus Christ, the cat just scared the hell out of me. It gives dads a lot of, it puts dads into a good position in the family again. Like he really does a good job with doing that. I mean, he's an all around good dude, and I've known him only a wee bit of time, on the, not even close to, like, obviously on the level of you. And the only reason I know him on the level that I know him is because of you. So, but what I do know about him is, awesomeness and integrity and badassness and like, I mean, the guy just gets stuff done, and calls me.
I want to say 2015 or 16 is the first time that I actually talked to him. And I started talking about the Constitution, and I swear to God, I was telling him this the other day. I said, I'll never forget the words that you said to me. And he said, what did I say? I said, you told me, keep going, sis. You're on the right track.
Oh, that's true.
And ever since then, I mean, we've been friends. But I will tell you this, he pulls no fucking punches, and he will chew you up and spit you the fuck out. Period.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't like you, he will fucking tell you.
Right. No, like I said, he doesn't hide from anything. He doesn't hold anything back. He lets everybody know where they sit with him, where they position with him, all of that, And that's what more people need to start doing in their lives. That's exactly what more people need to start doing, is they need to be honest, number one, with themselves, and they need to be honest with the people that are around them. Like that's what people need to do. Because if you're not honest with yourself, and you can't be honest with yourself, then you shouldn't be out there trying to make other people believe in what you're trying to do. You have to be in control of your life and what your mission is. You have to be, and you can't bring others along with you if you're not going to be solid in yourself, right? Like, you've got to have control of yourself. That's just that. That's the only way that any of this stuff is going to work out for anybody. So if you are going to sit there, and not that there's a problem with this, but you're going to cry every night and whine and complain and, broke down about your case every night, night after night, every day, day in and day out, then you can't lead people into the promised land. You need to take the time, sit back, and deal with your issues. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. This movement will be here. This movement will be here. It will remain to be here. And it doesn't matter what. Jesus, some people just don't get the thumping and everything. Just shut up while I'm doing a monologue. God damn. So anyway, you need to make sure that you take the time for yourself and heal yourself and get better, because you can't heal other people when you are sitting there and you're broken too. And it's not fair to yourself to do that. You can't put those expectations on you, that you're going to do well by somebody if you can't even be well by you. Because all that's going to do is send you into a circle of depression, upsetness, failure. Don't put yourself out there to help others until you know 100% that you can. Don't cut yourself short. There's a lot of healing that goes on when you lose your children or you're in this fight. There's a whole lot of healing that needs to go on with yourselves. And as soon as the number one thing to make you know that you're coming around and that you are healing is that you realize that you have a whole lot of healing to do. You can't give people what you don't have, and it's okay. So don't try to get out there and be the next hero. Don't try to be any of that stuff. Just be you and let things fall into place. If this is what you aspire for and everything, awesome. We're going to be here waiting. Everybody's going to be here waiting. Don't try to push it and push it and push it to the point that you're going to end up in a bad spot yourself because you pushed it and didn't realize it. Sometimes it's just too early to pull the string, and that's okay.
Yeah, and advocating is not easy because literally I feel like sometimes when I tell a parent to do something that I know is right, they could end up in jail. Just like with
Right.
the girl in Texas, right? And she called me the night before she had to turn herself in, and we were both crying. And I'm like, I feel like I put you there. And she said, don't say that. You gave me the strength to carry on. So
Right. But,
sometimes, I mean, it's hard to advocate because you really don't know
right.
what's going to happen, good, bad, or indifferent.
Right. And even when it's good, you don't know if it's truly a good thing, if it was the right thing. How many people have we put on our show with us that we thought were okay? We screened them, we vetted them, and we made mistakes about them. And we apologize, we own it, and we move on.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
what.
it's all trial and error, right? You
Mhm.
you have to fail to succeed.
That's right. So all of these things, are just part of this whole process, and it's okay to be part of the process. It's okay. There's plenty of people that if you think you're failing, that we're already here that will pick you up. That will hold you up and make sure that you make it through. It's not shameful if you are helping people to reach out and ask for help from another advocate if you need
I
it. If
do
you're
it all the time.
right. Right. Don't ever feel ashamed. That's what makes you a bad advocate. If you feel like you're ashamed because you have to ask someone else for help, you'd rather get it right. Like use other people. That's great resources right there. Um,
Yeah, and
you know,
you know what? That's why you build a little community, right? Because your little community, everybody does something different. So
mhm.
you can always be like, "Hey, Darren, this person needs." I just did it with Darren the other day. I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
Darren, I got a dude that I've been helping for years. I'm at a loss. Can you help him?" Him and Darren connected. Now I don't know what they're doing, but he's helping him.
Yes,
I
I
called
am.
Fanny. I
Yep.
called Jam. I mean, I reached out to all of them
Yep.
because everybody does something different.
That's right. That's the other thing. Use your resources. Always use your resources. Like you, I do it all the time. I am king. I am the king of not being able to take care of my resources properly. Like I don't, I'm like I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. But I can't. I can't. Like it takes so much for me to reach out and be like, hey, can you help me, please? Like I don't want to be a burden on somebody else. But on the other hand, it's like, Darren, it's okay. You don't have to know everything. That's why we're all here. Like that's why we're all here. You can use, you for this, or Becca for this, or Alicia for that, or Gunnar for this, or Henry for that. And that's what a team is. Like that's what a team is. That's what a family is. That's what all of us together combined create. What good is a bunch of us together if none of us are good at, good at anything? It doesn't make any sense.
I
Um,
will tell you, my go-to for federal shit, no bullshit, is Adrian.
oh, yeah, crazy ass, yeah, yeah. I can see why. Absolutely. Like he's just. Well, I don't know if he's
Even
off, but
he is
he's
helping a girl or a guy here in my area. right? Like,
Yeah.
and Jess has helped this guy. Spanny's helped him. I've helped him. Claire's helped him. And he's getting places now because we got him in touch with the right people. That's
That's
what it's
right.
all about.
Yeah. And we might fish in a while till we get them. Like, we know we're in the right spot. We know where we're supposed to be. We just haven't gotten the right, right cars lined yet, or we haven't gotten the right anything. But it will come because we are all working together. We are all coming together. We all need to meet that same goal, because none of us are going to feel any emotions or have anything at all until we all finish get across that finish line. And I don't know about you, Tiff, but I'm not going to feel good if I got there and then you came in or whatever. We all got to get that finish line together.
Yeah. This is not a one-man band.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. This is not a one-man band. This is a many-man band land. Whatever.
Now, I used to be a one-man band, and let me tell you, when I started, there wasn't no internet. I had to go read shit.
Yeah, that must have been tough.
It was tough. And I didn't have a lot of time, so I had to learn from just going to court and watching shit go on. It takes a lot of time, and you have to look up certain things. You got to know where they're at, and the law library people, they don't like to help you too much.
Right.
Because you're not a lawyer.
Right.
What do you need that for?
Right. Bookmark. Well, perfect.
Why are you here then? That's what I wanted to say.
Right. Do you know the Dewey Decimal System or not?
Yeah, right. Like,
do they still use the Dewey Decimal System?
I don't even know. I haven't been in a library in forever. Well, let me take that back. Other than to do the little rallies me and Claire have, I don't go look at no books. I just buy them.
So, anyway, after that little rant and that little stint, I had to get that out of my system there. So, thank you for allowing me to do that. Seems like I've been definitely like keying towards motivational moves this week. What did you say?
That's good.
Pitter Patter 87. Now this is, oh my God, this is so crazy. So Pitter Patter 87, right? Now that's the weirdest thing. One of our cats didn't make it, right? And that was Peaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just said this week, blah, 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 what I said. Now that's Pitter Patter 87. Now the kittens that Peaches left behind was Yip and Yap. Isn't that weird?
Aww.
Yip and Yap and Pitter Patter. That's pretty nifty. What is the You Are the Power?
That's a website.
Okay. It's a non-profit.
I sent it to you.
All right. So I did hear about this before. You Are the Power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We watched a video on it.
Oh, yes, we did. You are absolutely right. We did. Good job, Tiff. Your memory's good still.
I wish the recipe felt good.
Yeah, I mean, probably does, but you just don't know it because it's old.
Well, no. I will tell you, if any of you guys get this viral shit going around, let me tell you what the pediatrician told me today.
God, keep your fingers out of it?
Well, no, that's not what she said. What she said was, the first couple of days you'll feel rough. Then you're going to feel better. And then it's going to come back with a vengeance.
Ooh.
And that's what we've been seeing with this bug, and it's really nasty.
Are you the vengeance?
Oh.
So you're the vengeance, returning with the vengeance stage?
Yeah, because it comes back with a 1-2 punch, right? And I said,
1-2 punch.
well, that explains why my washing machine, my carpet, and my steam cleaner are just over it right now.
Wow.
So if y'all get it, please go to the doctor and get you a little puke pill.
Yeah, bucket. You get yourself a Bissell drive around itself carpet friends.
Yeah, because it's nasty. I'm telling you. I was sick on Monday. I slept 22 hours on Monday. My whole body felt like it was strain from just throwing up. And then yesterday I ate, and today I feel like shit again, but I'm not sleeping.
Well, you
So,
don't need
yeah.
to get run down either, Tiff. That's the thing. Whether you feel like it or not, you don't need to get run down.
Yeah, well, I hope
You
I feel better tomorrow because I'm
know,
telling you, I feel like crap.
I'm glad you figured it out. Well, yeah,
What are the comments saying? That I can't read. That's too small.
yeah, I'm sure that's what I was trying to read too. They're below me right now, so that's why I'm looking down.
Oh, Darren, I think you need some glasses.
Shush. Take oil of oregano daily. It's a must in your medicine cabinet. Okay, pitter patter. This is awesome that you say that. Remember, Mary makes me, before I got blown up, Mary was having me do a shot of olive oil every day. I think it was olive oil with some other stuff in it. Jarvis Butts took his own life in prison.
Who's that?
I don't know. Pedo took his life today, 3 weeks after being sentenced for killing a 13-year-old. DOA, less taxpayer. Is that who that is? Must be Facts Over Lies. Hello, Facts Over Lies. How are you? Oh, okay. So the people we were just talking about too. Pitter Patter says that they got Ridge's Law passed this year. Now,
What's that?
I don't know. Let's take a look. What is Ridge's Law? Ridge's Law. Ridge's Law. Oh, wait. Hey, Google. What is Ridge's Law?
Ridge's law refers to the observation in computer science that software complexity grows to consume all available computing power. Much like Parkinson's law, which states work expands to fill the time available, Ridge's law suggests that as hardware becomes faster and more efficient, developers tend to create more resource-intensive features, keeping performance levels relatively stagnant for the end user. Would you like to see how this compares to Moore's law or Worth's law?
No, thank you, but you have a nice evening. All right. So Ridge's Law is what they said. Let me get a real write-up here so I can look at it a little bit more. Did you catch what it said, Tiff?
No, it was talking in British.
That's also known as English, Tiff, just so you know. So that's called the accent, not a different language.
Oh, well, whatever.
All right, Georgia Senate Bill 259 in 2025, Georgia state law Facts Over Lies. We don't go to Georgia. We don't do Georgia here. Georgia state law designed to protect families from being wrongfully separated due to medical misdiagnosis of child abuse. It was signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp in May 2025.
Well, that's great. That means they can't medically kidnap their children anymore in Georgia.
Yeah.
I think all states need that.
I do too. I think that they should all have, well, that's my own opinion, so I'll just keep that to myself. What other things are going on, Tiff? I know that you were saying that we had a lot of it going on, but what else have you heard that's worthy of breaking out behind the masses tonight?
Hold on. There was another one I sent you. I got to look it up. This came from parentalrights.org.
So,
Ohio is got a Senate bill 277 protecting parental rights.
mm-hmm.
New Hampshire has a Senate bill 1268 that passed and is moving through Senate, and it's about reducing the regulatory requirements for homeschool. That's good.
That's New Hampshire 1268, you said?
New Hampshire House Bill 1268.
Okay, that's cool.
Alabama has a House Bill 148 Parental Rights Amendment. It proposes a constitutional amendment to allow Alabama voters to decide whether to explicitly protect parental rights under the state constitution. That would be good.
So, all right, that didn't make any sense to me. Say that again slower, please.
Okay. If this bill passes, it says this proposed constitutional amendment will allow Alabama voters to decide whether to explicitly protect parental rights under the state constitution.
Okay, so what that's basically saying right now is that Alabama doesn't protect their parental rights under their state's constitution.
Correct.
Okay. Does that seem weird to you?
Well, it says if it passes, it will be the second state after Texas to make the state constitutional, make it a state constitutional parental rights.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then there's a threat for Connecticut.
Oh boy, Henry, what'd you do?
Threats to parental rights in Connecticut. House Bill 5468 is under consideration. This bill will require schools to notify the department, CPS, whenever a child is withdrawn for private schooling or homeschooling. Why?
Okay, so they have to let
CPS know.
that's none of CPS's goddamn business what they're
They're
doing.
not involved in education. Excuse me, the Supreme Court has said that.
Mhm. Yeah. They sure have.
And then Minnesota has multiple vaccine related bills on the table. It says several bills in Minnesota would significantly restrict parental authority over medical decisions. So SF 4017 requires parents seeking a vaccine exemption to complete a state mandated session and obtain a physician's approval.
Oh boy, what are they listening to us, Tiff?
Maybe. And then HF 3239 / SF 3430. It says eliminate the consensus of exemption for the MMR. So that's not good for those two states.
Now MMR is the measles or something, right?
Measles, mumps, and rubella.
Measles, mumps. How long have we been having that vaccine?
Oh, probably since before you and I were even born.
Well, at least something's finally that old. And we're getting to that point, Tiff, where not a lot of things are.
Yeah. So that's going on right now.
Wow. Seems like a lot going on.
Yeah. And then I got this today too. Let me see. It says NCCPR in the Louisiana Illuminator. Who's doing child welfare better than Louisiana? Here's the answer. Nobody. I was like, what?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, these people are crazy. I thought there was one more. Let me check one more place real quick. But I definitely wanted you to see the main one because you live there.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I do know that Maine had some sort of a something. I know that you could, so you wouldn't, after a year, you can go ahead and apply if you know of your child is still not adopted yet, that after years gone by, you can still go back and get reviewed to be on the on the adoption whatever, and they'll take you back on and so on. But what I didn't like about that was that CPS now is in your life until that child's, I think it's 18 or 21. I'm not sure which age it was. This is what they were doing previously. I don't know if that's still what their raw is. So, what? So yeah, I don't know if that's what if that's building off of that one or if it doesn't. But I don't think if you get your rights, but and this is the other thing, they don't give you don't get to be your mom and dad again. You are now a foster parent or a adoptive parent. You're not, they don't give you back your parental rights in full. They make you like an adoptive parent. They don't give you back your rights. It's really crazy and stupid. So, and then like I said, all those hoops to jump through. So hopefully that they've revised this. I'm going to take a look at it, because before it was just absolutely, it was just NG. It was no good. And I couldn't see how any person would take on another round with CPS in the chances in losing your kid at any given moment. You know what I mean? Like can you imagine having to live for your kid back? They're 6. You do this so they're 7. So for 9, 10 years, you're constantly looking over your shoulder, already more so than you were, knowing that at any given moment, they could just take that kid away from you. Oh my gosh. It's no wonder that we don't see more major heart attacks amongst, these families and their, the people in their 40s and 50s. Really is. God bless all of our hearts. I'll tell you. What? Mary keeps whispering to me. Jesus. So yeah, Tiff, I've heard that Virginia has a lot going on though. Your state is leading the way. And I say this because of not only what you've been saying, but also I've been, as you and Becca have been talking for the past couple of days off and on, which if Becca's listening, we should have her come on for a quick second and preach her, her cause here. But I've started doing this, and I'm not going to lie, I've been very, very helped by Grok. I haven't put into it a ton of info digging like everybody else is doing in their things, but I've simply asked Grok. But Virginia is in here a lot with things that they're doing to try and fix their families and their family custody situations. Let me see here.
Well, part of that, honestly, and I hate to say this, I'm going to say it low, and I hope my husband's not watching. It's because the Democrats are in right now.
Yeah, I guarantee you that.
Honestly, the Republicans weren't budging. So almost everything that passed on CPS was put through by a Democrat. So we'll see which ones get signed and which ones don't. But as of right now, the one that I know for sure is getting signed is that you can no longer call the locality and report a CPS case. You're going to have to call the hotline, and it goes straight to the state. The state takes the complaint. If they believe that it's real, they call the locality and they send the worker out, and no child can be removed without the state's permission. Not the judge, because they can't run the judges. They literally have to go through the state. So we'll see. But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on in my own town, and a lot of people are probably going down. And I'm gonna be right there with my popcorn and my soda. I hope I feel better, because I really want to eat that popcorn. Because if I'm sick, I'm just gonna be throwing it at people.
Right.
There's a lot of shit going down here.
All right. Looks like oh shoot, where'd you go? Oh my.
Lewis is trying to get on.
Oh, Lewis is?
I think he's still trying to call you.
Let me see. I just lost everybody. Tiff, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Did you see me?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can hear her and you.
Okay, but who just come in the back room here? Did we get?
I have no idea. You said Becca.
Oh, well, I just assumed that that's who it would be, but you know what assuming does.
Yeah, it makes the ass out of you and me.
That's right. That's right. It does. Oh, it is Becca.
Yes, it's me.
There she is. There she is. Becca. Ladies and gentlemen, Becca.
Sorry, I didn't mean to just pop in, but I was just like, oh, I'll watch the show backstage.
We beckoned you in.
Oh, you beckoned me. Oh, okay.
We beckoned you. Yes.
Okay.
Becca, how many people are you up to for your statistics?
I believe the last time I checked, it was 72.
Oh, good.
Right,
Woo,
Tiff?
yeah, it's getting around. It's getting around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any more information about anything today?
I mean, I spoke to Wallace, or is it Wallace Pate?
Pete Wallace, yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to her today and she's wanting to get my data points so she can start trying to make some change, possibly in a good sense of the area, as far as that's concerned. But I mean, that's about it for me. I mean, still to prove all the essential things across patterns across all the states.
How many are you guys trying to get any? I know that this is all fresh and new, but are you guys trying to get people from every state, or do you need like
Every state? Yep, every state.
So ideally, you'd like to have one, at least a couple, a single person. What?
A couple single. I mean, it can be whoever. I mean, it doesn't. I was even doing Canada. Like, I literally had somebody ask me on Facebook last night if that included Canada, and I was like, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if I need to take it out of the statistic, I mean, I can just remove it, but because it's going to tell me where they are. But as far, and I mean, there was a couple other data points that needed to be added in to the survey, but I was just going to follow up with people that have already done it that I just need to, because there was a couple data points she wanted to touch on, that I didn't have listed in the actual survey. So I'm probably going to be following up with those people that have already done the survey, and see those data points, see what what the results are for those data points of, as far as like, did the judge ask you, essentially the stipulation thing that I always am talking about? She's like, well, did the judge ask you about your rights? Did they, did they tell you your rights? I'm like, no. I'm like, and I've seen that over numerous states, numerous people, numerous cases. And she's like, well, that's something right there. She's like, because, that's a due.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. The judge cannot tell you what your rights are. Okay. So let's clarify that. The judge cannot tell you what your rights are. The judge is there to protect your rights. It is your job to know what your rights are. The judge is not going to tell you. Like when my husband, this one judge wanted my husband to sign a waiver for an attorney. My husband said, am I giving up any of my rights? And he would not answer him. And he turned and looked at me and I was like this, don't sign it. Don't sign it. But you got to be careful with that because the judge cannot tell you what your rights are. They have to know what their rights are. The judge is there to protect your rights.
Yeah, correct. So I guess I should have worded that differently. It was more of, did
Yes,
the
you
judge
should.
advise you that you have rights to a trial and to, because
Right.
technically the judge is supposed to, okay, so when you essentially stipulate with CPS, the judge is supposed to confirm on the record, like, that you understand what you're essentially giving up, what rights you are giving up, that you're giving up a right to a trial, that you're giving up, you're waiving your rights to, contest what their evidence is, that, that's essentially what they're doing. And like, we need to be focused on, everybody needs to get, like she was telling me, that everybody needs to get and go into their states and look up the actual law, because judges have the laws that have been taken to Congress. So I guess public law 96-272, which is the Adoption and Accountabilities Act, I believe it is, says that that was something that they had to do, that Congress, like each state had to do what they wanted to do and send it to Congress. And Congress either approved or denied it. So, and then if they denied it, they had to revise and go back. Congress was like, no, you guys can't do that. You gotta show me. There has to be a judicial decision as to as to why you took these kids. Because I was telling her, I was just giving her an instance of my case, and she's like, but where, because she couldn't even believe that there's like, because she was like, well, at the shelter, because I was telling her about the shelter hearing, and she's like, well, the kids had an attorney there present. And I said, no. I said, the only person that was the only attorney in the whole room was CPS's attorney. I said, CPS's attorney and the magistrate, myself, my husband, and CPS caseworker. And she's like, you mean to tell me that there was no attorney for your children in there? I was like, no. She's like, and I said, in some states don't even, and actually 13 states do not even appoint an attorney.
Only they will. They go to TPR.
Some of them are, but because I found the statistic, and it was like 13 states actually do not offer
Uh-oh.
of counsel
Tiff,
for
you shut her
them
off.
at all. For
Um,
the
when
Say
you're
that again,
done,
Becca. Say that again, Becca.
yeah, say it again. You broke up.
I know my kid's is gonna blow me up. That 13 states do not provide form of counsel for children.
Stop.
Like, no.
Say it again. Say it again.
I'm text me. I'm gonna kill him. That 13 states do not. Oh my God. I got it.
Mason,
Mason, follow me.
I'm gonna neck you.
He's gonna
Oh, I'm gonna merch his ass.
merch him, please merch him.
So you said no, one more time, one last time, Becca. Try it again. One more.
13 states
God.
do not
Yeah.
at all provide any form of counsel for the children.
Wow.
Holy
13.
Santa Claus.
Becca, send me that code that you rambled off later. But I also want you to, when
96272.
who's this person you're working with?
Wallace Pate, Linda Wallace Pate.
Who is it?
It's an attorney. She's actually the one out of California that back in 1978 she won a $7 million settlement for CPS for a child that was abused in CPS custody.
Tiff,
Okay,
you know who she is. You know who she is.
okay. So what I want you to do
Christ
is,
almighty.
while you're working with her, because this is my plan this year when I go back to my legislative committee, is I want you to tell her to look up the Texas and New York parental rights memorandum.
She would.
Because
So you're gonna die when you hear this. Not to cut you off, but she didn't even know about the MOUs. Like, I told her about the MOUs, and she was like, "You mean to tell me you have?" I said, "Honey, I said I have signed documentation that these people are violating people's civil rights. Not just." I said, "This is for dependency court and and interagency agreements." I said, "It's all there." I said, "I have it all," and she says, "Oh my God." She says, "Are you serious?" And I was like, 100%. She was blown away. Couldn't even believe it.
Well, that's what we need to get to, because you have the right to shut the fuck up. You have a right to privacy. You have a right to due process. And you have all these rights. And California and New York are the only two right now that have a parental memoranda. When CPS shows up, they have to give them first one in when they come, and then 2 weeks later they have to send them another one in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on that this year.
Yeah, and she's essentially out of California. Like, she literally has she lives in Beverly. I think she lives. I don't know if she lives, but I know she does work in Beverly Hills. Like, she's a known attorney. Like,
Well, that's good.
and I mean, she's literally like, I did a deep dive, I did a deep dive into her earlier, and I was like, it literally says like she has won multiple cases because, and she's known for her brashness because she just doesn't tolerate their, she doesn't take their shit. I mean, and she's literally for child abuse. I mean, child abuse, neglect, anything with CPS, like it's notorious. She's notorious for it.
Well, I might have to get her number because I know that you can actually bring other attorneys in to different states as long as they have one of the state attorneys backing them.
Hmm. Yeah,
So yeah, I might need her number.
she's very well known. She's been on the Dr. Phil show. She's been she knows
Yeah, but
like,
here's the thing. She can't practice in all the states unless she has a license for all the states. But she
correct,
can practice under another attorney in the state who wants her.
correct.
That's why I might need her.
Yeah.
We might
Also,
be bringing her to Virginia under Pat McGraw.
yeah. So I might actually, I'll probably shoot you her phone number, 'cause she told me if I had anybody with like cases or anything that needed anything, to let her know if they needed anything. So
Yeah, and I won't give it out unless she tells me to, but that's cool too.
I'll send you her number and I'll send her a text. I mean, she's in her 80s, so
That's fine.
so she wants to have her peaceful life, which is normal, and I mean that's okay and 100% realistic. So we're just gonna, I mean, but she told me, she's like, you literally have all of this data that she's like, if we can prove it, she's like, she's like, we just need to have the proof, because she has no, she literally, I guess it's been noted that she's notorious for the emotional and accusatory language of essentially saying, that these people are corrupt, they're crooked, they're the conspiracy. It's been a conspiracy theory, as per se. So now it's not conspiracy theory anymore. There's proof, there's evidence. And that's
Well,
essentially
that's good.
what she wants. What she needs is the evidence and the proof to be able to be like, here, this is not a conspiracy theory anymore.
Right.
This is true. Here's the data that
Well,
backs the whole file. So
everybody out there, you get to sending that shit to Becca, man. I'm telling you, it just in 24 hours, we got 30 more people on board.
yep.
I know I put it in all my group chats and everybody. I sent it when I sent it. I said send this to any and everybody that's had a case with CPS.
Mm-hmm. CPS, I mean, civil, I mean, essentially civil rights. I mean, realistically,
Well,
anybody
we
who's ever had to
started.
deal with
Becca,
family court.
let's not get carried away, Becca. Easy, easy. One thing at a time here.
Hey, listen, I said anybody who's ever had to deal with family court. I literally put
Listen,
it on my Facebook earlier, and it says, attention all families. Like, like, read this post. Like, if you've ever had to deal with CPS or, family court in general, like, did they do this? Can this
Back
be? Go ahead.
go back and edit it and tag me in it.
Okay.
Because all the people around here, they don't know you, but they know me and they trust me. So if they see my name with yours, they'll fill them out.
Okay. Yeah. And I said last night, I was like, okay, because like people were like, somebody asked me last night about in regards to like, well, what is the something that you're wanting to do bigger? And I'm like, really? Like, we don't have to get into freaking detail, into full-fledged details here, people. Like, I told you essentially what it was going to be used for, but everybody just has to be complicated. That's for sure.
that's in short for she doesn't know, guys. She's figuring it out as she goes.
Yes, that too. But
Right.
I was trying to get into my room because I was just, my grandbaby's birthday's tomorrow, so she
Miss
turns
Laura,
1.
Aw.
She turns 1, so tomorrow's her birthday, and we're doing her birthday party on Saturday. So I was just at Sam's Club, and
mhm.
My
it's
God,
the
you don't
thing.
even look old enough to have a grandchild.
Well, she's my first husband's, which is my kids' dad's, his eldest child. So it's her daughter. So, and her and I are only 10 years apart in age. So, but it's still my grandkid. So,
Mm.
All right, well, I hear mine crying. I guess it's
Oh,
bedtime.
yep,
Warlord.
it's
And so, guys,
9:06.
Oh,
yeah.
it's definitely bedtime.
Oh, man. Yeah. So stay tuned because you guys know who Candace Edwards is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna do a podcast coming up right after this about her civil rights case and everything that she's got going on. She's got some big news for her stuff. It's taking a good turn, but we're gonna do a podcast with her next. I don't know if Tiff, you want to come back in and hang out, or you back there, whatever. But Candace and I had planned this, so everybody should check that out and hear what she's got to say. Because if anybody knows Candace, she's got a lot to say, a lot of mouth on that woman. That's why she's a small voice with a, I forget what it, I'm sorry, I forget her organization. Large, small person with a big voice is what it is. Yeah, small.
I'll
Yeah.
turn it on while I'm putting them to bed. I'll watch it.
All right, cool. So yeah, stay tuned, watch that stuff. Listen in. Becca, you're more than welcome to, I guess you can watch it and if you want to too. But other than that, guys, it's Friday. That means it's mystery day. So
Aaron,
mystery.
it's Thursday.
No, tomorrow.
Oh,
Friday.
If we do a show, it's gonna have to be early, so I'll see how I feel.
All right. Hey Tiff, if we do a show tomorrow, it's gonna have to be late, so we'll see how I feel. All right, everybody, stay tuned for Candace Edwards coming out. It's gonna be worth watching at the bare minimum. So we'll be back here in just moments. Other than that, we'll see you tomorrow.
Becca, don't forget to send me that code you rambled off.
oh, okay. Yeah, I will. I'll send it to you right
All
now.
right.
All right.
So,
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Tomorrow, late or early, we'll be around. Have a good one, everybody. Bye, Tiff.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Becca.
A country that was built up from sticks and mud. Our ancestors crossed 1,000 miles over the ocean, leaving behind a past that was negative emotion. When they first sighted land, they all jumped overboard and swam. They couldn't believe they were living in freedom. The government they once had didn't need them. It was tough during the first days, figuring this strange land. Many grouped together and started a plan. They knew they needed something to keep them in line. This is when they wrote the Constitution, man, it was divine. A bunch of men agreeing never lost their mind. They gave us all our freedom, one amendment at a time. And when they finished writing, 39 men had to sign. We have freedom, you can't take away. The Constitution guarantees that. So take your false authority and go the fuck away. The next 200 years came with a price. A bunch of men and women gave the ultimate sacrifice. They did it for the people alive today. You don't hear very many taking 3 times to say thank you, whoever you are, who gave your life, and for their families left on earth alone for their life. Thank you for your gift, the life that you gave. It lets us live as free men. Oh, glory we will wave. Now we are here in 2025, a year led by selfishness. It's no surprise the government is taking over. It's a friggin' mess. Our kids are being taken by people who must be diseased. Who the hell gave them that power? These actions need to cease. So listen up, you voted officials, we are here to say you need to pay attention to issues, because we aren't going away. We come bearing the Constitution, well recited if we may. people is how it begins. The words that follow, you can fill them in, because they aren't true as they were meant to be. You're taking our freedoms one at a time. No one's paying attention except for us reciting these lines. You don't get to take away the rights we were given. Taking away our children should get you in prison. I'm not messing around, it's no laughing matter. Give our children freedom, or feel your teeth shatter. We are the ones who make the decisions. You lost track of your job, we're here to petition. This is your final chance. America doesn't need to fight a civil war. We just need you politicians to hit the door. So do the right thing and leave this city of Washington, or turn things around, give us something to fall again. Give us back our children, not one at a time. We all want them back home all.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?